Juvenile justice remains a very difficult and thorny issue, and it's an issue about which many people don't know as much, frankly, as they probably should. And so we conceived of this series with MacArthur as an opportunity to really educate folks, policymakers, members of Congress and their staffs on the critical issues facing the juvenile justice sector today and as we go forward. Few propositions seem as self-evident as the one that suggests that families matter to young people. They matter to their development, they matter to their ability to make good choices, to make safe choices, to make healthy choices, and they matter in the ability to help young people set out on a path that ultimately is responsible and productive and leads them to responsible and productive lives as adults.
We've seen that youth do better behavior-wise in facilities when they have good family engagement, and they also are doing better in school and when they come back out into their communities, when they have those strong, positive adult figures in their lives. I want to encourage you to think about that broadest definition of family. So we're thinking not only about those sort of blood relations, extended family, nuclear family, foster families, but also other people who youth see as being like their families. So it could be that auntie down the block, or the coach from the neighborhood, or a community elder, either in a formal or informal way. At the Vera Institute of Justice, we're working with state and local juvenile justice agencies to help them increase their levels of family engagement throughout their systems. Our work is informed by the voices of youth and families in the systems, as well as by agency staff who spend a lot of time working with the youth. And so in order to do that, we partnered with the Council of Juvenile Correctional Administrators and their Performance-Based Standards Learning Institute to develop a set of national family engagement standards for juvenile facilities. Many of you may be familiar with this set of acronyms, but for those of you who aren't, in 1995, OJJDP supported the development of the performance-based standards to help increase the quality of conditions in juvenile facilities. And those standards focused on a lot of important aspects of facility life, like health, education, reintegration, but we felt that it was critical that family engagement was held in that same regard. So we helped develop a set of family engagement standards that states across the country are now reporting on. And those standards help states complete a self-assessment to sort of identify how well they're doing on family engagement.
So if there's one ask that I have for the federal government, is that they support the development of research base so we can substantiate that having families involved isn't just a nice thing to do at the end of the day, but it's critical to maintaining kids in their communities and helping them move to be responsible adults, including those that are in conflict with the law and open to juvenile justice. One of the things that families say that they want are peers, just like the old Alcoholics Anonymous and every other peer-to-peer support. We want to talk to somebody who has lived experience.
Within our work at the Center for Native American Youth at the Aspen Institute, we go out and we talk to young people either in their reservation communities or in urban Indian communities. And one of the things that they highlight all the time is how big family is to them. It's a huge source of support and strength in Indian country, and that's something that they describe to us all the time. Native American youth still find themselves in that system that is not equipped to deal with them. It does not have cultural supports in place, does not even have education components, so these young people are literally just sitting there. They're being detained several hours away from their home communities and their families, so that presents a huge burden for families to travel to even make these visits, and they don't have the probation officers and such to actually interact with the family either. So there are some huge challenges with regard to the federal level. The state system isn't equipped to deal with unique needs of tribal members either, and don't consult with tribes with regard to their practices. And if they did, the tribes would tell them that this is an important issue.